Welcome back. Now, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa sought yesterday to step up their multilateral engagement as business representatives from each country committed themselves to devising practical ways to leverage the trade and investment opportunities presented by their BRICS membership through the BRICS Business Council. CNBC Africa caught up with Patrice Motsepe, chairman of the council, on the key strategies to unlock investment opportunities in Africa.
There's a sense of urgency amongst all of us that, particularly in relation to these infrastructure projects, I mean, there'll be several hundreds of billions of dollars spent on infrastructure over the next few years. Africa currently spends about 48 billion on infrastructure. There's a shortfall of about 45 billion. And lots of the private sector companies, financing, corporations, and various, in some instances even governmental, but more so overseas investment partners are coming together to initiate and to partner together. I mean, huge quantities of natural gas has been found in Mozambique and in Tanzania, and as well as in Uganda and Kenya. There's currently lots of exports that's emanating from Angola, oil, to the east, to the rest of the world. We are in South Africa on an aggressive program, an aggressive process as well, to build our infrastructure, to re-industrialize, and to make South Africa a globally competitive destination for investment, as well as to provide jobs. But the focus is on getting things done. We need the development bank to be operational as quickly as possible. Particularly because of these multi-billion-dollar infrastructure projects that we are busy with on the continent. And progress is being made. Many of us run companies where there are shareholders all over the world, and you cannot make promises without fulfilling those promises. I mean, those shareholders are looking at returns. And if ever there's a proof of what you refer to as tangibles, it is the continuous success that we and the track record of success and growth for shareholders that we've got to build. But in relation to what is happening within BRICS, it is this creation of an environment where, from an African perspective and from a South African perspective, we can take the process of industrialization forward. In some respects, we are reindustrializing. We are focusing on building manufacturing industries in certain key industries where we've got a global competitive advantage. But I don't think you should worry about whether, as we move forward, we will fall short in relation to the tangibles that we undertake to implement. I mean, we've already made a hell of a lot of progress, and the monthly meetings that we are having will allow us to focus on an ongoing basis in relation to the significant progress we expect to make. We live in a globally competitive world, and South Africa has to prove to be a safe destination for global investment, a competitive destination for global investment. The challenges we have with labor, I'm confident we will resolve, because we have to resolve them. And you know, we are during that time of the period when it's elections next year, and there are certain challenges that the Labour constituency feels that we haven't that we need to improve their wages and ensure that the environments that they live are good for themselves and their families. We are committed to having an environment with Labour that is based on this recognition that it is important that we work together, that we create world-class jobs, and that we continue to ensure that South Africa is assessed to be a good place. I think part of the assessment and the people whose views are very important are our partners. I mean, the chairman of China, the chairman of India, the chairman of Brazil, chairman of Russia, they lead their countries in the BRICS Business Council, and they speak in very laudatory terms in relation to how they have grown from their relationships with South Africa and the fundamental role that South Africa plays in partnering with them on the continent. We are still one of the largest, South African companies are still amongst the most active, the largest investors on the African continent.
Of course, that was BRICS Business Council Chairman Patrice Motsepe talking to us about a BRICS-led bank and how that institution would be able to accelerate the investment opportunities inherent on the African continent, and also talking about the labor challenges which are so important to get right in order for South Africa to retain its position as an attractive investment destination.